What's good, y'all? So this morning I got a notification from Shams that Lonzo Ball was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I was going back and forth on if I really wanted to make a video about it because, no disrespect to Lonzo, I didn't think he was a player, a high enough stature to make a full video about it. But I was waiting for the details of the trades to come through, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting because the first tweet only said Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro, and I was like, all right. I doubt it's a 1-for-1 straight up trade, no picks involved, not even second round picks, nothing. I feel like there's more to this trade. And I waited and waited and waited, and nothing else came. The entire deal was Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro, straight up, that is it. And that just made me think about the total mismanagement of assets that the Chicago Bulls have been going through for the last few seasons. It's years on end now where the Bulls have consistently waited and waited and waited, sat on their assets until it's too long, and then they're forced to accept an offer less than what they were previously offered. And I know a lot of people are saying, like, the health concerns about Lonzo Ball, how he's only played like 70 games in the last 3 years. Obviously, all of that is true. He is not the player he once was in this NBA, the knee surgeries and stuff. It really has struggled for him. Still a very solid player, though, a player that has value in this league and can contribute to winning when he is healthy. There is no reason that he only got Isaac Okoro in return, especially when you hear that the Chicago Bulls were offered a first-round pick and Marcus Smart for Lonzo Ball at the trade deadline. They could have just absorbed Marcus Smart's contract and got a first-round pick, but instead they said, nah, we're good. We'll wait off and get Isaac Okoro. And that's not a shot to Isaac Okoro. That is just to show you how bad the Bulls are at managing their assets. Pretty much this whole rebuild, they have done that exact playbook every single time. I mean, it happened with Alex Caruso, where I think it was reported they were offered multiple first-round picks. They settled, they waited, it was the offseason, and then they traded him 1-for-1 straight up for Josh Giddey. Shout out Josh Giddey, he ended off last year incredibly well, but Alex Caruso is now an NBA champion, a two-time NBA champion, my fault. So, you could pick and choose who really won that trade, and again, even if you don't want to look at the results, they were offered 2 first-round picks, walked away with none. I guess to just quickly keep going down the list, DeMar DeRozan, he came off of 2 incredible seasons in Chicago. Could have traded him for, a decent amount of value. They decided to wait. He, was an expiring deal. They signed and traded him. Obviously, we all know you don't really get a lot in sign and trades. They ended up getting Chris Duarte in a second-round pick, and Chris Duarte was waived in the middle of that season after he got traded. Same thing with Zach LaVine. He was in the 3-team deal, also being sent to Sacramento, funny enough. And they got back essentially salary filler, and that's about it. Like, for your 3 best players, arguably with Caruso, DeRozan, and then Zach LaVine, and then now with Lonzo Ball, just not maximizing your assets whatsoever. And I remember when they first committed to this rebuild where they traded Alex Caruso, they signed and traded DeMar DeRozan, I was giving them a little bit of a credit because I was like, all right, they waited so long, they were on the fence, just sitting in the dead zone of mediocrity, and they finally committed to a rebuild. So I said, you know what, Bulls, even if these aren't the perfect deals, at least you are making progress and making steps into a direction instead of just sitting there in purgatory. I can't even give them that credit anymore because, yeah, they committed to a rebuild, but they could have had so many more assets. And then not even just looking at trades from the front office, when you look at the drafts that they've had, shout out Modest Buzelis. He had a very good end to last year, so, I'm pretty high on him. I think he could be very good. But then you just look further, in the past, like Patrick Williams right now is on a really bad contract. Like the Bulls are rumored to have to give up assets in order to move him off. Then also guys like Kobe White, he's rumored to be moved. Great player, valuable player, but he's not going to be on the Bulls for much longer, I would assume. And this has been a reoccurring theme with the Bulls where they just can't build up their players and develop their players. Guys like Lauri Markkanen looked like a bust in Chicago and then went on to be a all-star. Wendell Carter is a starting center for the Orlando Magic right now. Didn't look too solid in Chicago. Daniel Gafford, same thing. Now with the Mavericks, he's looked the best he ever has. It's just consistently mismanaging and messing up what the Bulls are trying to do, and I, as a fan of the Knicks, like, I know what it's like to have a faulty front office run your team. It is absolute hell because there's nothing you could do but just watch everything burn around you. And Bulls fans, I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but I think the only way out of this, unfortunately, is to completely clean house of the front office, maybe even sell the team, get a new owner, get a new GM, get new everything, new scouts, new assistant GMs, new everything, and start from scratch, because honestly, what these guys have been doing is obviously not working. When the entire NBA, including your own fans, were consistently yelling at you to rebuild, blow it up, this team is hitting its ceiling, and then you just wait and wait and wait and wait. You wait until you have nothing left. And now you have nothing left. You didn't really get anything in return for these guys, and you're still sitting in mediocrity. And Bulls fans, I don't want you guys to think I'm hating on you guys or anything. I'm sure a lot of you guys feel similar to what I'm trying to express right now, and it's just super frustrating to have these guys just seem so tone deaf to what's going on around the league and within their own franchise. And it's just, slowly destroying it from the inside out. Hopefully change happens soon for you Bulls fans, because, again, as a Knicks fan, I know what it's like to have my roster and my franchise just in the gutter for years on end. Hopefully good times are coming soon, though, for you guys. Make sure you guys leave in the comments below what you rate the front office of the Chicago Bulls on a scale from 1 to 10. 10 being amazing, the best in the league. I really hope no one does a 10 on that. Or 1 being the absolute worst. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. In the description, there's links to all my social medias, so make sure you follow me on all those to keep up to date with me. Catch ya.